And let me get the music on. Here we go. Okay, so today we are going to try to transform our anger into purpose. And I always like to start out with a seated, grounded breath, just to ground ourselves and get back into the present, because I don't know about you, but for me, my mind is always monkey mind. It's always out there. So I like to put my right hand on my heart, my left hand on my solar plexus. And that's nice because you can feel the breath coming in, your chest expands, and you can feel the breath going out because it'll kind of collapse. So let's just try to breathe and clear our mind and count your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. I like to do inhale to 4, exhale to 6, inhale to 5, exhale to 7. Always exhale a few more counts. And counting also helps calm your mind. If thoughts come in, just let them come and think about your breath and your counts. Inhale, exhale. Let's do a few more times. Inhale, exhale, and one more breath in and exhale. Okay, now we're just going to do a neck and shoulder release. So sit in a comfortable position. I have my legs crossed. I'm going to put my hands on my knees, and I'm just going to lean my head over to the right ear, right shoulder. Make sure you don't lift your shoulders. Keep your shoulders down. Should feel a nice stretch in your neck. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to come forward, so our chin is going to go to our chest. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to bring our left ear to our left shoulder, and again, inhale and exhale. And bring your head up. And we'll go in the other direction. So we have our left ear to our left shoulder, chin to chest. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck. And right ear to right shoulder. And come up. And let's go one more time. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. And come up. Now we're going to crunch our shoulders up. Inhale and crunch your shoulders up. Bring your fists into your chest. And release. Let's do that 2 more times. Shoulders up, squeeze tight, squeeze your hands into your chest. And exhale down, and one more time. And release. And now we're going to do a couple of torso twists. So we're going to put our fingers, and you can massage your shoulders with your fingers. And we're going to inhale and twist right. And keep your head in line with your torso. Come center. Inhale, exhale, twist left. Center, inhale, and exhale, right. Center, inhale, exhale, left. And center, one more time each side. I'm keeping my elbows up. And if it gets too hard to, hold on, you can just, you can put your hands on your hips to twist. This is the last one. Okay. And now we're gonna do a side stretch. And this is all, Paul Dennison just believes this kind of just opens us up so we can breathe and feel and get out what we don't need anymore, bring in the breath of the energy we do need. So the way we're gonna do this is I'm gonna put my left palm on the floor. I'm gonna reach my right arm overhead. You could reach it to the ceiling. And then I'm just gonna lean over to the left as far as you can go, and it's comfortable and there's no pain. We don't want any pain. Just crack the back. And we're gonna come up, put my right palm on the floor, lift your left hand up to the ceiling, and just lean over to the right. If you want to look up to the ceiling, you can, whatever feels comfortable. You keep your head straight ahead. And we're going to do 2 more times each side. So stretch up and lean over. If you want to look up to the ceiling, you can. And up. Other side, stretch up and over. And 1 more time each side. Up and over. One more time. Up and over. Okay. And let's now we're going to get up and we're going to do some let's do some feet work here, and we'll do some shoulder work too. So either have a ball, or if you have your stick, that's great. And I'm going to put it horizontally across the mat. And I have my ball over here to the side. And I'm going to put my arch of my foot over it. And I'm going to lean in and put weight on it. And inhale to 4 and exhale to 4. And release. I'm going to find another spot in my arch and do the same thing. Inhale, exhale, release. And 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, release. And then I'm going to roll my foot left to right, right to left. It's really important for us to take care of our feet. And then we're going to roll from the arch to the heel. And then we're going to roll from the arch to the ball of the foot. I like to go over my toes. And then I'm going to do the entire foot. Okay. I'm going to do the other foot, same thing. So I have my arch over it. And I'm going to lean into it, put some weight on it. You want to keep the intensity at a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. I like to find another spot and do the same thing. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more time. And then I'm going to roll my foot side to side, right to left, left to right. And then I'm going to roll from the arch to the heel. And from the arch to the ball of the foot. And I like to roll over my toes. And then I'm going to do the entire foot. Okay, take the stick and put it over to the side. Have your ball nearby. Have my feet About hip distance apart. And I'm just gonna lift my toes and spread them. I like to just do my hands too, fingers, and release. And again, lift your toes and try to spread them and release. And one more time. Okay, I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna put the ball of the foot on it. I'm gonna squeeze my toes around the ball and release. Squeeze it again and release. And one more time. And then you can just roll the ball side to side over the ball of the foot. And then I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to squeeze the ball with my toes, release, squeeze them again, release, and one more time. Good, and we'll take the ball over to the side. Now we're going to stretch out the toes by doing some heel lifts. So we're just going to lift our heel up and stretch our toes out. And one more time, each side. Now I'm going to turn my toes under, and basically what I'm going to do is stretch out the top of the foot, and it should go into the shin a little bit. So you want your foot to be straight, and you're just going to put a little pressure on your curled under toes. You see they're just have it curled under like this, basically, and stretching. So I'm just stretching. Popping my toes. You might hear some popping and cracking. And then release. You want your foot to be straight. And then I'm just going to twist my heel right to left, left to right. And then I'm going to do the other one, same thing. Just stretch, and you're kind of leaning into it. Just again, watch with the intensity, just what feels comfortable for you. You'll feel stretching, but you don't want to feel pain. And again, I'm going to rock my heel right to left, left to right. Okay, now I'm gonna just mobilize my ankle, my knee, and my hip by just doing circles with those joints. 5 times in one direction and 5 in the other. And you don't want this hip to go out, the other hip, you want it to be engaged. And now I'm going to do the other side again. Make sure you're lifting this hip up so it's not going out. And let's go the opposite way. Okay, let's just have our feet going forward. They're hip distance apart. And we're just going to bend and straighten our knees. And then we're going to roll our knees 3 times in one direction. And then let's roll them in the other. Great. And now we're going to do the same thing with our hips. We're just going to, and we can bring our feet a little bit wider than hip distance. And let's just roll our hips 3 times in one direction. And let's go 3 times in the other. And one more thing for our hips. Let's just, we're just going to rotate that joint again. So we're going to go in and out. And let's do the other side. Okay, great. And so now we're going to work on our shoulders a little bit. And everybody has, I use I mean, you can use a broomstick. You can actually use a actual exercise stick. This is actually one of those things to change the light bulbs. But this is kind of nice, this stick to use to work our shoulders, and it's kind of gentle on it. So we're going to have the stick. I have my hands, palms are down, and bring it over to the right side, and I'm just going to gently just rock. And you can increase the movement. Do it 5 times. And then I'm going to come over to the left side, do the same thing. Could start out small and get bigger. Okay, and now we're going to do both sides. So we're rowing. So it's like we're rowing a boat. And one more time each side. Okay, and now we're going to bring the stick in front of us again. My palms are still down. And we're going to shoot it over to the right, and you can look at it. You don't have to though. If it feels okay, look. And shoot it to the right again and to the left. And one more time to the right and to the left. Now we're going to bring it up to the right, and we're going to go overhead to the left, overhead to the right, to the left, to the right, and one more time. Okay, and come down. We're going to put the stick now on our shoulders here. My feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And we're going to twist the upper torso. We're going to try to keep the hips going straight. Then they might move a little bit, but we just don't want to twist them all the way. We're going to try to keep them straight to the front. And we're just going to twist 3 times to the left. And we'll go 3 times to the right. Now we are going to move our hips. And when we do this, we're going to come all the way and come up. So I'm going to the left, but I'll come up on my right toe. This time we're going to alternate. So go left and right. Okay. And then we're going to lean. So we're going to lean to the left. And this time when I do lean, I am jutting that right hip out. And we'll do 3 times this way. And we're going to do 3 times the other way. Okay. Now we're going to drop the pole into our elbows here. And I like to put my hands on my hips, and then we're going to do the twist again. We're going to go left and right, left and right, and one more time, left and right. And then we're going to roll our shoulders forward, and we're going to roll our shoulders back. I'm going to drop the stick into the palms of my hands, and I'm just going to lift up. And when you lift up, think about bringing your shoulder blades together. Okay, now we have the pole. I'm going to bring my legs in again, my feet in, hip distance apart. And I have the pole kind of right by my glutes. And I'm just going to roll down the backs of my legs. You can bend your knees to do a forward fold. Kind of stretches your hamstrings a little bit, your lower back. You can shake your head yes and shake it no. Bend your knees and bring the stick back up. So now I have the stick kind of right below my waist. My elbows are bent, and I'm just going to straighten it out. Okay, great. I'm going to bring the stick in front of me and have my elbows bent again. My palms are down, and my wrists are just going to go up and down. And now I'm going to take my wrists, my palms up, and I'm going to go up and down. Okay, I'm going to take the pole, I'm going to grab it with my right hand, put my left hand on the pole, grab it with my thumb here. I'm just going to twist out. I'm going to take the other hand, grab the pole, bring it out like this, and twist. Okay. I'm going to take the pole right it's right by my legs here. Again, my palms are down. I'm going to lift it over my head. And again. And one more time. And now I'm gonna expand my reach on the pole so it's really extended so that I can bring it over my head and behind me. If this isn't in your practice today, don't do it, just go overhead. And then I have the pole. You can have a wider stance on it. And we're just gonna roll it around our body 3 times in one direction, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. Okay, let's just take the pole out in front of us. It's arm distance away from us. My feet are wider than almost to the edges of the mat, not quite. And I'm gonna lean forward and kind of come into a flat back. Again, stretching my hamstrings, my lower back. And then I'm gonna twist the pole left. My hips go over to the right, and I'm gonna twist the pole right. My hips go to the left. And do that again. And one more time. And then just have a flat back and stretch. And just walk up the pole. Okay. Let's put the pole over to the side. Let's come back down on our mat. And we're going to start with what we call a Sufi grind. And this again just helps mobilize our spine and our hips and our chest, and kind of get the movement going in our body. Let me bring my screen down a little bit, okay, so you can see. All right. Okay, so I'm just sitting you can do this in a chair too if you're sitting in a chair. I'm going to do this on the floor here. I have my hands on my knees, and I'm going to start by making my chest come forward. And then I'm going to go to the side, the left. I'm going to come back and concave and to the right. And we're just going to roll like that's one direction. And one more time this way. And now let's go the other way. And one more time. Okay, let's take our feet together. And we have our knees out. And whatever comfortable, you can make them go. Have your feet go out further, or you can bring them in, whatever feels the most comfortable to you. The idea is this kind of stretches out your hips and your inner thighs. Kind of put your elbows can go into your knee creases here. And what you want to do is just kind of stretch forward. And we're not rounding as much as we're trying to come flat back. We're trying to do flat back here. We're not rounding. Sometimes you move your feet out further. You can come a little bit more forward. So whatever works for you. And just breathe. And then we're just gonna bounce our knees up and down. Let's do it again. And you can rub your feet if you want, the insides, the outsides, your toes. And again, let's kind of come over, do flat first, and then you can round down. And come up. your feet to the sides of the mat, and we're just going to windshield wiper. So you're dropping your knees over to the left, and inhale and exhale, drop them to the right. And one more time each side. Okay. Let's take the ball, and I like to just roll out our calf. So I'm putting a ball, you can use a tennis ball, whatever you have, in my calf, fleshy part of the calf. If you want, you can cross your leg over it to give it a little bit more pressure. But again, you don't want the pressure to go above a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. And just take a couple breaths here. And then we're gonna point and flex. If that gets too much with your foot crossed, take it off. And we're gonna rotate our foot in one direction and rotate in the other. Then we're gonna roll that ball over that calf, left and right. And then we're going to roll on a circle the opposite way. Okay, now let's do the other side. Same thing. Ball goes in the fleshy part of the calf. And you can cross over if you'd like to have a little bit more pressure. And then we're going to just point and flex. And then we're going to roll in the opposite way. Okay, and then we're going to just roll the ball over that fleshy part of the calf. And we can go in a circle in the opposite way. Okay. Roll your wrist. Mine feel a little tight from bending on them, from leaning on them. Okay, I'll put that over to the side. I'm just gonna, like what they call a little bit of flushing out the knees. So I'm gonna do that. And basically what we do is we just put the ball in the crevice of our knee. And if that hurts or is too much, you don't have to put the ball there. And then I'm just gonna pull it into my chest. And I'm going to release, and then I'm going to do the other one, same thing. And release. Okay, put the ball over to the side. And let's get the roller. And let's start with, I want to get over to the side, and let's just take the roller. We can take it under our knees. And let's just lean back. And what we want to do is bring our heels next to the roller, and the roller's right by our glutes, and we're going to lift our glutes, and we're going to put the roller right across our sacrum there, and we're going to stretch our legs out to try to touch the wall in front of us, and try to touch the wall behind you. And then I'm going to take my left knee and try to bring it into my chest. As I'm bringing this left knee into the chest, I am straightening or trying to straighten my right. So I'm just pulling it in. You feel a nice stretch in your inner groin and even in your hip a little bit. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. It's really easy to forget to breathe. And then let's do the right leg. Same thing. I'm pulling my right knee into my chest as I'm thinking about lengthening my left leg. There we go. And release. Let's do another full body stretch. Arms overhead, stretch behind, feet in front of you, trying to stretch and touch the wall. I'm going to put my hands now on the roller. I'm going to put my feet flat on the floor. Bring my knees into my chest. And I'm going to bring my feet overhead so that the heels are going towards the ceiling. So it's a kind of a nice stretch for your hamstrings. And bring your knees back into your chest and come down again. And now you're going to lift your glutes and you can just push the roller forward so it's underneath, over to your side and lift yourself up. We're going to still use the roller, but this time we're going to bring our glutes on top and we're just going to roll out our glutes. And then we're going to roll out our hips. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cross my right foot over my left knee. This knee is flat, and I can just pulse it a little bit. And then I'm going to take my right hand and put it on the floor to the side. I'm going to lean into that hip. And right here where I am, I'm feeling something. Just remember that you don't want the intensity to go too high. And if you can't find, when you lean, you don't feel something right away, you can roll forward and back to see that spot that needs some attention. And then we're going to kind of come up, and then we're just going to roll side to side over that area that's a little tight. And now when we go down, we're going to roll forward and back over that entire hip area. Okay. Now I'm going to come back up to center and I'm going to cross. And now I'm going to do the other side. Same thing. So now my left foot is bent over my knee. If this is too tight, you can just make your foot go forward so your knee is a little bit lower. And again, we can rock the knee a little bit. And I'm going to put my hand on the left side. I'm going to lean into that hip. And if you don't feel anything, you can roll forward and back on the roller just to see if you can find an area that needs a little bit to be worked on a little bit. Now I'm going to go center, inhale, and exhale to the left. Inhale, just rocking right and left, or center and left. 2 more times. And this time when we go down, again, we're going to roll forward and back. So I'm doing the entire hip area. Okay, come back up and release. Now I'm going to put my arms behind me, and I'm just going to roll over my lower back. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to take the roller. I'm going to put the roller right across my shoulder blades here. And I'm going to intertwine my fingers, put it behind my head, keep my elbows out, and let my head be heavy. And it's kind of like you can inch back. You're trying to get your top of your head on the floor. That's not going to really happen, but you might. But that's what you're trying to do to it's a back bend, basically. Across the roller, we're stretching out the front part of our chest, and our elbows stay out. You can inch back and see how that feels. And then you're gonna lift your chin to chest, but it's not your neck muscles you're losing. You're using your hands to pull your head up. and it stretches the back. Engage your core. When I say engage your core, you're thinking about bringing your navel to your spine, basically. Let's lift our head two more times. So we're gonna lift our chin to our chest. Go slow. Keep your eyes open or closed, whatever feels best for you, and I don't want you to get dizzy. Now let's do one more time, chin to chest. It's a nice stretch in the back of the neck, actually. Now we're gonna go back again. So again, your shoulder blades, our elbows are out. The rollers going across your shoulder blades. Nice stretch in the front of your body. Bring your feet close to your glutes. And then you're going to lift your glutes and you're going to roll from the top of your shoulder blades all the way down to your bra line. Now your top of your head might just hit the floor. Just go slow. Roll over that area. And one more time. Okay. Now we're going to drop our glutes. We're going to roll over to the side and come up. And let's put the roller over to the side. And we're going to stretch out now. Have a strap. We might use the strap, but we're going to roll back on our back. And we're going to, again, this time we're putting our left foot over our right knee. So we have like a number 4. We look like a number 4. And we're going to lift our right knee and our feet are flexed, and we're going to pull our right knee in. You should feel a nice stretch in your left hip. And just breathe. Every time you inhale, you kind of see if you can increase the stretch a little bit. Don't overdo it though. And every time you exhale, just try to release into the stretch. Now we're going to drop our foot. Put your arms in a T position, and you're going to drop your legs over to the right. So your right leg is on the ground, but your left foot is on the ground, and your knee is going towards the ceiling. And then you're going to try to look over your left arm if you can. If you can't, that's fine. You can look up at the ceiling. Come back up to center. Now you're just going to cross both knees over each other, and you're going to pull both knees into your chest. Again, you should feel a nice stretch in your left hip. And release. And now we're going to uncross and do the other side. So now I have my right foot crossed over my left knee, and I like to flex my feet, and I'm going to pull my left knee in. We're trying to keep this knee kind of flat. So a lot of times people put their elbow in there. But you just do the best you can. And you should feel a nice stretch in this hip area. And then drop your foot down, put your arms in a T position, and just drop your legs over to the left. This time your right foot is on the ground, the right knee is going towards the ceiling, and you can look over your right arm if you'd like, or keep it, or just look up at the ceiling. And bring it up. Cross your knees over each other, bring them in, and just pull them into your chest. And release. Uncross your legs, bring your knees into your chest, and you can bring your forehead to your knees if you'd like. Just rolls up your spine a little bit. Now we have our knees into our chest. Let's take our arms into a T position, and we're going to drop our knees over to the right. Try to keep your shoulders on the mat, and you can look over your left arm if you can. If not, look up at the ceiling. And bring your knees up. And now drop them over to the other side. You can put your hand, your left hand, the opposite hand, or the hand where the knees are, what side they're on top of your knees if you like, or you can just keep them stretched out in a T position. And come up to center, and then we're just going to roll out our lower back. So we're just going in a circle in one direction. And then let's go in the other direction. Okay, and then roll over to your side. Just push yourself up. And let's sit on the mat. And we're going to stretch out our shoulders. So we're just going to take our left arm, bring it across our chest over to the right. Raise it with the right arm and look over your left shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch in your shoulder here. Now we're going to do the other side, same thing, stretch. And then release. Just tap your back, pull your, I'm tapping my back with my left hand. I'm pulling my left elbow back. Feeling a little bit of stretch there. And release, other side. And put my fingers on my shoulders and you can massage. Elbows are lifted. I'm going to bring them in and out. When you bring them out, pull your shoulder blades together, in and out, and one more time. And then I'm going to rotate them back and rotate them forward. Okay, and then you can just rotate your hands on your knees, back and forward. And let's just take our chin in and out. And let's take our chin over to the right, left shoulder, and then to the right. Left, right, and one more time. Take your chin over to the left, drop it, put your hand behind your head, and just press down. Come up, look over to the right, chin down, a little pressure. Come up, go over to the left and circle with your nose. 3 circles, and then go over to the right again. It's like you're making circles with your nose. Take your hands, intertwine them, head down, hands behind your neck, you're grabbing, and look up. Let's just stretch out our wrists, also stretches our forearm. Down and stretch back and forward. Let's do the other side. Down and forward. Rotate your hands in one direction and the other. Entwine and roll. And then try to roll the other way. I always get screwed up. And just shake them. Now we're going to do a couple more things that kind of can help us, release our anger and assist us in our process. So we're going to try to, this exercise is about releasing pain, and it's about letting go. And we want to release the hurt and the anger that's still there. And so the way this works is we bring our fist into our chest here, and you can use it using an audible sound. Paul really likes using audible sounds. He really believes it helps letting go. So we bring our fist in, we squeeze tight, and then we're inhaling. And when we exhale, push it out, bring it in, inhale, and then our right hand. We're going to do that a few more times each side. Or you can say, no, no. Or let go. And one more time each side. Okay, and just shake your hands out there. And let's see here. I think we're going to do those. And we did this. Okay, and now we're going to do a couple of things to help us. One is the love taps, and we've done this before. And this is Nick Ortner who does this. I can't remember, emotional, it's EFT they call it, but it's a tapping and it's a distraction, but it also is kind of self-soothing. And so the way it actually works is the top of your head. Get up here. So you tap on the top of your head, top of your eyes, side of your eyes, underneath your eyes, your chin, collarbones, and we're going to do the heart. And so as we're doing this, we say something positive to ourselves. You know, like I like to always say, be gentle with myself. I'm doing the best I can. Be gentle. You're doing the best you can. Sigh. Be gentle. You're doing the best you can. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. Under the nose, be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. Collarbone, be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. And your heart, be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. Okay. And now this one I always like. This one is liquid grace. So we suppress so much pain and loss and the hurt beneath the surface can be overwhelming. So this moving meditation is a cleansing flow that helps connect you to spirit, to a power greater than yourself that will help you find kindness and grace as you wash away the pain. And this is really it's kind of like we're putting our hands through water. We're inhaling, bringing them up and washing ourselves with that healing water. And we're going to do that again. So we are grabbing the healing water, bringing it up overhead, and just letting it flow down and heal us. Again, inhale. And the cleansing, healing water comes down. Let's do that one more time. Up and down. And again, this is our last time. Up and down. Okay. And we're going to end with this meditation that we've never done before. And it's called Om Mana Padme Hum. And it's thousands of years old. It contains all the teaching of Buddha: love, compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, and self-discipline. It transforms the root of suffering through sound, so that when you repeat it over and over, it brings us to a place where our suffering can be shifted into pure consciousness. Om And there's hand movements. So with the Om, you touch the thumb to the index finger. And Om is the sound vibration of the universe. It destroys attachment to the ego and establishes generosity. And then Mani, you touch the thumb to the middle finger, and Mani means jewel. It removes jealousy and desire as you find ethics and patience. And then Padmi, you touch the thumb to the ring finger, and Padmi means lotus. It represents moving from darkness into light. It transforms prejudice and possessiveness into perseverance and concentration. And Hum, you touch the thumb to the pinky finger. And Hum represents union with spirit. It removes hatred and connects you to wisdom and purity. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to make those sounds, touch our fingers, and go through this. And let's do this like 3 times. So, we're going to start with touching your index finger to your thumb and just go Om. Now we're going to touch the thumb to the middle finger. Inhale and exhale. Mani. Inhale, we're going to touch the thumb to the ring finger. Padmi. Touch the thumb to the pinky finger. And let's do that again. Mani. Padmi. And one more time. Mani. Padmi. Put your hands on your knees and take an inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to prayer position at your heart and take an inhale and an exhale. And one more breath. We're going to inhale. Bring our hands in prayer position overhead and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Okay.